Warm welcome to this energy meditation series of the seasons. Today we are tapping into the season of winter. And I believe that when we are in our life, if we are allowing ourselves to flow more with the energy that we are in at the moment, then that can help us in our life. And I know that in the olden days, like far away, or also farmers, they are much more in tune with how to work with the seasons. And since we are in another time now where we don't have to, for our safety or our comfort, be as aware of the seasons, then we don't tune into it as much. But I do believe that we get a great help from the energy of each season, and to plan our work, our life more aligned with the seasons. So if we look at winter is, if you're in the northern hemisphere, it is a cold time of the year. It is a time to be inside. It is also a dark time. You have the sunlight is not up many hours. I know here in Sweden, I think we have some between 11 and 3 at the darkest period. So it's, if you miss them, then it's dark the rest of the day. So it's a good time to be like the nature and be still, to do inner activity instead of outer. And winter is also, if we look at the Chinese medicine and teaching, yin is the equivalent, or you have the yin energy in winter, meaning that it's inner reflection, it's inner work instead of outer work. So if we look at that and we take that to our life, it is about connecting with ourselves and going deep, going in and looking at maybe our fears, our habits, so that we can sow our seeds for the spring when it's action again, and sow our seeds in a really fertile and loving soil of our own energy. And to do that, sometimes we need to actually shine the light on our shadows, and to shine the light on our shadow sides or habits, activities, whatever it might be, we need to see them. And sometimes in our busy day, we don't get to see them because there is so much other stuff to do. So then wintertime is a good time to dig in, to dig deep and meditate or do whatever that puts you into connection with yourself and reflect. It's not about us downing on ourselves or judging, absolutely not. It's more lifting, to see, okay, so how did the last year go? What happened the last year, and what can I do differently this year? And use the month of the winter to review and reflect. And also to take care of our needs. What is it we are, when the actions starts up in springtime and further into summertime, what do we need to be in the best start position as possible? Do we have to do something with our health? Is there any habit we need to shift? Is there anything we need to learn? Is there something we need to cut? And just shine our inner light on our shadows, so that we are prepared for when the action and the spring comes. And I will also say, and I think any soul nourishing activities is really good for the winter. So whether it is about, of course we shouldn't be completely still, we should move and exercise, or how we get out our energy in that way, our active energy, but maybe not the extreme activity, more about soul nourishing, maybe yoga, qigong, or other more calm activities that still can be a good exercise. And winter, when it is a dark time, what we are building in this time is trust. So we are also building trust for the light to return, trust for us to handle this dark period, and trust in our own inner light. And I think that is so beautiful, because sometimes when we are in the action, when we are in the midst of things happening, then our strength is there and pushing us, and it is all good. But it is also, I think, important when it's not this active energy that is kind of just pushing us along, but it's a still energy where we are more like in a vacuum. I think it is good to build our trust in ourselves and in our light, so that we don't even have to dwell about it when the action comes. Also, I think it's interesting, so looking at the Chinese medicine, winter is connected to our kidneys, and our kidneys are connected to fear. So again, it is about us strengthening our trust, our own light, and lightening up, putting that headlight on our shadows so that we don't fear them anymore, and just have a quiet moment, if not a long time every day, then at least a short time every day, just to relax and sink in to ourselves and strengthen ourselves from the inside and out. And when we shine our light, we release fear on whatever it might be. And when we release fear, we help our kidneys. And we can also help our kidneys by being balanced, peaceful, and drink a lot of water. So that is one thing we can also help our body with, to get good rest, because then we help our kidneys, and plenty of fluid. And when we are thinking about, we are in the winter season, and the still season where we now go in and look at our shadow parts and our, of course, light parts as well. And a good question to ask ourselves during this season to bring it up to the light is, what do you need to feel supported and alive in life? What is it that you would like to bring in more of to prepare ourselves for this when the energy starts to move in a more active way again? And I always like to think that we think that being still is in a way being passive, but I don't think that. I think stillness is one way of being active, because you are actively choosing to be still, so by that you are being active. So it's not like we are just not doing anything. We are actually doing a lot, because we are actively allowing ourselves to be still and connect with our deep inner self, and to again light up our shadows, have a look at them, bring them to the surface, and work with them from there, and from a beautiful feeling of trust and peace and ability. Because when we are in this quiet energy, in this still energy, it's easier to look at our shadow parts. When we are in the midst of full-on action, it is harder to have a look upon our shadow parts, because there is so much going on. So it's easier to just dismiss them and put them back into the dark corner. But when we don't have all this thing going on around us, then if we do it actively and we allow ourselves to bring them up, then we also have a really good chance of bringing them into the light and dissolving them into a strength instead of a fear or something we view as a dark side of ourselves. So I hope you will enjoy this igniting meditation that we are going to do, and it was a beautiful, really still energy that allows us to bring everything into the light. And you can come back and do it as often as you like. The energy is here no matter when in time you check in with it, and we are like onions, we are being peeled all the time with our energetic layers. So these igniting meditations, sometimes they give you one feeling and then you come back and do it another day and your energy has transformed, so then you are on another layer and so it will be another feeling. So that is, I think, the one of the good parts of these energetic meditations that we are doing. So I hope you will enjoy it, and thank you so much for listening, and have a beautiful winter. Satnam. Welcome. Let's start by taking 3 deep breaths. Then imagine that there is a pillar of red healing earth energy that is coming from Mother Earth, and it's going up through you and around you, covering your body inside and out and continuing up and out into the sky and the universe. And we now have this red healing earth energy keeping us grounded on this journey. Then imagine that there is a similar pillar of divine bright light, a universal energy that is coming from above, and it's going down through you and around you, covering your body inside and out and continuing down into Mother Earth. And we now have this universal energy keeping us balanced on this journey. And we take another deep breath. Then imagine that where you are, sitting or lying down, you are looking out through the window, or maybe you imagine yourself being outside, or maybe you are outside, and it is a landscape of a beautiful winter that is surrounding you. The ground is covered in snow. The trees are dressed with snow. And it is a beautiful day. The sun is shining from a clear blue sky, reflecting in the snow, on the ground, all around you. And there is a feeling of silence and peace. Moving through our system. And as we keep on breathing, our body becomes heavy, relaxed, into this still energy. And as we look out upon this snow-covered landscape, There is a warm feeling moving through our body. A feeling of being safe. A feeling of connecting with our self. Almost as if we are covered by snow ourselves in our own winter landscape. With a beautiful sense of peace and stillness. And the further we sink into this feeling, the more relaxed we become. Allowing the energy of winter to move through us. Through our body. Through our energy. Relaxing our system. Into this vibration of peace and stillness. And all we have to do is breathe and exist. And within this stillness, within this peace and quiet energy, we allow ourselves to sink deeper into our core. And we feel totally safe, ready to meet whatever is there. It's almost as if we are moving through layers of ourself. From a platform of love and peace. And just let whatever comes be the right image or feeling for you, without holding on or trying to control. Just allow it to move through you. we travel further in towards our center. And as we travel, we bring the light. And with the light, our shadows disappear or come to the surface to be released. To be loved and understood. And it's a beautiful, still energy that is pulling us in. Into our center, our core, our heart. Allowing us to just exist and breathe. Allowing us to accept whatever it is we're going through, to accept it with love, compassion and understanding. And as we are doing this, we are strengthening ourselves from the inside and out. And the deeper we go, the further in we travel. The easier the journey becomes. As we connect with our pure heart. That is guiding us. Strengthening us. And opening our path for an easy flow. And if there is any situation or thought that's on your mind, where you have an energy of fear around or anxiety. You can bring that into this beautiful, still and peaceful energy. And allow your heart's light to shine. And illuminate the situation or thought. Allow the energy of winter to bring it into a state of peace and stillness, a place of feeling secure, as the pure heart light removes the shadows. See if you can feel a difference in your body as this is happening. And if you don't see or feel or get anything, don't worry. Just by you listening to this, your energy is doing the work for you. So you can just relax and keep on following the journey. And if you do see or feel anything, then just allow whatever comes to be the right thing at this moment. And just let it pass. And as we are allowing ourselves to be strengthened with this energy of the winter, as we move into our core, illuminated by our heart, our pure heart, take a deep breath. And feel the release. Feel the feeling of just existing. Being one with all our parts, with our light and our shadows, knowing that we are complete, protected, and pure light. we take a deep breath. And we turn with our focus to our body at the place where we started. And we give thanks to Mother Earth and for the universe and our higher self for joining us today. And to the beautiful energy of winter. And you can start to come fully back. Start to move your hands, your feet, your neck. Maybe clap your hands and stamp your feet, and I thank you for listening. Sat Nam.